The world you thought you knew is crumbling. Secrets are surfacing, alliances are breaking, and one man's choices could change everything. Get ready, because Landman Season 2 isn't just a continuation. It's a revolution. Every glance, every move, every whisper carries danger. And nothing will ever be the same. The screen is dark. A heartbeat echoes, slow and steady, pulling you in. Suddenly, flashes of Landman's most defining moments from Season 1 pierce the darkness. A slammed briefcase, a shadowy figure stepping out of a limo, a hand gripping a secret envelope. Each image is quick, almost chaotic, leaving just enough to make viewers curious. A low, tense sound hums in the background like the city itself is holding its breath. The text appears slowly on screen. Everything you knew is about to change. Each word flickers slightly, creating unease. Hinting that the calm is about to shatter, the visuals continue with blurred shots of newspapers spinning into frame. Headlines screaming, betrayal, scandal, and power shifts. Quick flashes of doors closing, files being shredded, and phone screens lighting up with secret messages. Every frame builds suspense, showing that the stakes have grown higher, the world darker, and the consequences more dangerous. As the montage peaks, the heartbeat quickens. The camera focuses on a single symbolic object, a chessboard with a missing piece. It's a silent message. Someone powerful is about to make a move, and no one knows what will happen next. The text overlay fades in. Landman Season 2. The game has changed. The audio rises ominous tones. Subtle synth pulses, and a distant echo of a siren then cuts abruptly to silence, leaving viewers with a moment of tense anticipation. Every second of this opening is crafted to grip attention, set the tone, and make the audience feel that they're stepping into a world where nothing is safe and every secret matters. The screen slowly brightens, revealing the city's skyline at dusk, bathed in deep orange and shadows. Skyscrapers stretch like silent witnesses to the chaos beneath. A distant car horn honks. Smoke curls from a rooftop vent. The camera pans down, catching glimpses of streets where deals are made in silence and whispers carry weight heavier than gunfire. The text appears in fragments, new alliances, new betrayals. Each word lingers for a beat before fading, giving the audience just enough to sense danger without revealing who is involved. Shadows move through office windows, figures in suits, exchanging briefcases, a hand sliding across a stack of confidential papers, a phone vibrating urgently on a desk. Each shot is brief, but together they paint a picture of a world on the edge. Music begins subtly, a low, menacing hum that grows steadily. The sound of typing on a keyboard mixes with distant footsteps, creating a feeling that someone is always watching, always moving behind the scenes. A quick cut shows a masked figure slipping a USB drive into a pocket, then vanishing into a dark alley. Then the camera focuses on Landman himself, but not fully. Just a silhouette, his back to the camera, looking over the city with tension in his stance. The text overlay appears again. Every decision has consequences. The audience feels that the world is shifting around him, that power is fragile and trust is fleeting. Quick flashes intercut moments of crisis, a car abruptly stopping in traffic, a whispered argument in an empty hallway, a pen trembling in someone's hand as they sign a document that could change everything. Each image builds suspense, hinting that the stakes in Season 2 are higher than ever before. The section ends with a rapid, almost dizzying montage. A door slams. A glass shatters. A shadowed hand reaches for a folder. The visuals stop abruptly as the music cuts out. Silence dominates for a beat, letting the tension settle into the viewer's chest. The final text appears. The battle begins now. The screen is dark at first. Then, a faint light cuts through the shadows, revealing fleeting glimpses of new faces, never fully shown. One is a silhouette adjusting a tie, another a hand brushing across a sleek briefcase. A third figure walking through a rain-soaked street, their features hidden under a hood. Every shot is quick, almost like a flash of a secret being exposed. The text overlay appears. Piece by piece, new players are on the board. Each word pulses slightly, drawing attention while maintaining a sense of urgency. The background music grows sharper, with quick staccato beats that mimic heartbeats, giving the impression that danger is closer than ever. A montage begins, hands exchanging envelopes, shadows meeting in alleyways, a phone screen lighting up with a cryptic message, a pair of eyes glinting under the reflection of a street lamp. Each visual hints at power, influence, and hidden agendas, without revealing too much. The audience is left wondering, who are these people, and what role will they play in Landman's world? Then, subtle character tags appear as text: the strategist, the wild card, the unknown threat. These titles fade in and out over quick flashes of the silhouetted figures. The montage continues with rapid cuts, a glass shattering on a conference table, footsteps echoing in a deserted hallway, a shadow stepping back into darkness. Every frame is designed to spark curiosity and tension. The section ends with a dramatic close-up of an unknown figure standing atop a skyscraper, backlit by the city lights, surveying the chaos below. The text appears one final time: their moves will change the game. The music swells slightly and cuts into a tense silence, leaving the audience eager to see how these new characters will disrupt everything Landman thought he knew. The screen opens with a slow zoom over a skyline at night, the city lights reflecting off slick streets after a rainstorm. The camera cuts to Landman, standing alone on a rooftop, silhouetted against the glowing horizon. His posture is tense but confident, a man aware of the battles he must fight. This is not the Landman of Season 1. This is a man sharpened by betrayal, power struggles, and hard-earned experience. The text overlay appears slowly. The stakes have never been higher. Each word lingers, mirroring the weight of responsibility pressing down on him. A subtle, rising musical note underscores the tension. Blending with the distant hum of traffic and occasional sirens, a city alive with secrets and danger. Quick cuts reveal symbolic moments of transformation. Landman signing a document with unwavering resolve, flipping through dossiers filled with intelligence, studying a city map with strategic precision. A hand gripping a chess piece, holding it just above the board, illustrates the idea of careful calculation. Every move matters. Every choice has consequences. Then, action-oriented clips flash in rapid succession. Landman, walking through a dimly lit hallway with purpose, a car window reflecting his determined face, the shadow of someone trailing him in the background. Each shot communicates his evolving mindset, his shift from reactive to decisive. The visuals suggest that he is not just navigating the chaos, he is preparing to control it. The text overlay shifts to a more personal tone. One man. Against a world of secrets, quick flashes of tension follow, a hand gripping a briefcase, a mysterious phone vibrating on a table, papers scattered across an office floor after a struggle. Each image hints at conflict and the complexity of the battles ahead. The section closes with a dramatic shot of Landman turning to face the camera, loaning his silhouette visible against the neon-lit cityscape. The music swells, then cuts to silence as the screen goes black for a beat. The final text appears. Change starts here. The audience is left with the sense that Landman has evolved, and that nothing in his world will ever be the same. The screen explodes with rapid cuts. A car screeches around a corner, its tires sparking on wet asphalt. A shadow darts down a narrow alley. A phone buzzes urgently on a table as a hand snatches it up in panic. Every frame pulses with energy, drawing the audience into a world where every moment could change the game. The text overlay appears intermittently, each phrase flashing in sync with the beat. Every choice can change everything. The words appear and vanish, almost like a warning urgency woven into the visuals themselves. Quick montage sequences show Landman in tense confrontations. A silhouette slams a door shut just as someone barges in. A briefcase is yanked from a hand in a crowded room. Someone whispers urgently in the shadows while Landman listens intently, expression unreadable. Every shot emphasizes strategy, danger, the constant risk of betrayal. The audio intensifies, Rapid percussion beats mimic a racing heartbeat, punctuated with the metallic clang of doors, the hiss of brakes, and distant sirens. It's chaotic but controlled, mirroring Landman's world, a place where chaos is always lurking, and precision is key to survival. Intercut are flashes of tension. A file is shoved into a locked cabinet. Footsteps echo on staircases, and a shadowy figure pauses under a flickering streetlight. Each image teases secrets, hidden alliances, and unseen threats. The visuals suggest that the characters are playing a high-stakes game, where one misstep could cost everything. Then, a brief, almost cinematic pause, slow-motion close-up of Landman's eyes narrowing in determination. The text overlay emphasizes the danger. No room for mistakes. The heartbeat-like percussion fades slightly, replaced by a low, suspenseful hum that makes the audience hold their breath. Sensing the tension in every frame, the montage ramps up again. Doors slam. Papers fly, cars speed through rain-soaked streets, and shadows converge in secret meetings. The music reaches a crescendo, then abruptly cuts to silence. The screen goes black for a beat, leaving viewers on edge. A final text appears. The game is on. The screen opens on a dimly lit room. Shadows stretch across walls, punctuated by faint flickers of light from a desk lamp or a TV screen. The camera lingers on small details. A trembling hand holding a photograph. A coffee cup left untouched. A chair pushed back, as if someone left in a rush. Each frame speaks of tension, doubt, and the weight of unspoken choices. The text appears slowly. No one is safe. Each word lingers, emphasizing the vulnerability and uncertainty gripping the characters. A soft, melancholic piano begins, layered with subtle synth notes, creating an emotional undercurrent that contrasts with the earlier action-packed sections. Quick, intimate flashes reveal stakes without showing faces fully, hands gripping each other briefly. A shadowy figure pausing by a window as rain streaks down. A phone vibrating with a mysterious message. The audience senses betrayal, loss, and moral dilemmas, the quiet moments that carry consequences just as powerful as any chase or fight, the montage shows. Landman alone in reflective moments, standing over a map, hand resting on his chin, staring out at the city, pacing in a dim corridor, considering the next move, a brief flash of hesitation as he reaches for a phone. Each shot communicates the internal battles alongside the external chaos. Text overlays highlight the tension. Every decision cuts deeper. Rapid flashes of consequences follow. A shattered glass. Papers scattered, a door closing with finality. The emotional stakes are clear. The world isn't just dangerous. It's personal. The section ends on a lingering shot of a solitary figure silhouetted against the city skyline at night, a rain pouring down. The piano fades into silence, leaving only the hum of the city. The final text appears. Trust no one. Fear everything. This sets the audience up for the climactic cliffhanger in Section 7, building anticipation for shocking revelations. The screen flickers into darkness. Then a single beam of light illuminates a sealed envelope on a table. The camera slowly zooms in, showing nothing else, just the envelope. A subtle, ominous hum begins, signaling that something monumental is about to be uncovered. Text appears, word by word. Some truths were never meant to be revealed. Each word pulses with tension, almost like a heartbeat, drawing viewers deeper into the mystery. Suddenly, quick flashes interrupt the darkness. A hand opening a file filled with confidential documents. A shadow slipping behind a curtain. A phone buzzing with an unknown number. Every glimpse hints at secrets, betrayals, and moves that could change everything in Landman's world. The audience is left guessing what's real and who can be trusted. The montage accelerates. A figure in a dark alley glances over their shoulder. A briefcase is slammed shut with force, a city skyline lit by sudden flashes of lightning. Each visual is a clue. It's teasing chaos without giving away the answers. Text overlays intensify. Season 2 will change everything. The words flash alongside dramatic sound effects, the echo of footsteps. A door slamming, a faint metallic clang. The The combination of visuals and sound creates an almost cinematic tension that keeps viewers on the edge of their seat. Then, a close-up of Landman's silhouette. Standing alone against the glowing city lights, back straight and eyes narrowed. The music swells, then cuts abruptly to silence. The screen goes black for a heartbeat. Finally, one last text appears slowly, lingering longer than before. Are you ready? The question hangs in the air, leaving viewers anxious, excited, and desperate for the premiere. The sound of a distant heartbeat fades, signaling the end of the teaser, but the anticipation for Season 2 is just beginning. The screen fades from black into a bold, cinematic logo of Landman Season 2, glowing slightly against a dark background. Subtle animated sparks or flickers give the logo a sense of energy and urgency. The city skyline looms faintly behind it, shrouded in shadows, suggesting that the story's stakes are larger than ever. Text overlays appear strategically. First, Landman, Season 2, then beneath it, premieres insert date, and finally, streaming on platform. Each text appears with a slight fade-in and subtle motion. Keeping the visuals dynamic without distracting from the drama, the music rises for one final crescendo, a mix of low, powerful bass and sharp orchestral hits, then abruptly cuts to a single echoing note. This gives the audience a dramatic pause to absorb the announcement and feel the intensity of the season ahead. To emphasize the suspense and urgency, a final text flashes briefly. Are you ready to see everything change? The words linger just a moment before fading into black, leaving viewers with a sense of anticipation and unresolved tension. Subtle sound effects, like the distant hum of the city or a faint heartbeat, continue for a beat, tying back to the opening section and giving the trailer a full circle feel. This final section ensures that viewers leave with excitement, curiosity, and an urgent desire to tune in to Season 2. The screen remains mostly dark, pierced by occasional flashes of neon light reflecting off rain-soaked streets. Quick, fragmented visuals appear, glimpses of characters' hands gripping important items. A shadowy figure pausing at a door, a brief reflection of eyes in a cracked window. None of the faces are fully revealed, maintaining the faceless, mysterious aesthetic. Text overlays flash sparingly. Secrets, lies, power. Each word lingers just long enough to hint at hidden storylines without giving away specifics. These flashes are accompanied by subtle sound effects, paper rustling, a faint click of a lock, distant murmurs creating an atmosphere of unseen danger. A series of rapid cuts follows. A briefcase is opened, revealing confidential files. A phone screen lights up with an urgent message. A shadow moves quickly across an empty hallway. Each clip is a breadcrumb, teasing multiple storylines converging in the new season. Then, slow-motion visual appears. A chessboard on a table, pieces moving seemingly on their own. The camera pans across strategic placements, hinting at the complex power plays coming in Season 2. Text overlays appear here. Every move matters. The line reinforces the stakes. Tying back to Landman's calculated and evolving approach, the section closes with a dramatic, faceless silhouette standing at the edge of a rooftop, city lights reflecting in puddles below. Lightning flashes in the distance, illuminating the figure for just a moment before plunging the screen back into darkness. The music rises, briefly a tense, orchestral note, then cuts, leaving viewers with a chilling sense that secrets are about to explode. The screen jolts to life with rapid, high-contrast visuals. A door bursts open, papers scatter, and a briefcase is yanked away from a shadowy hand. The camera cuts quickly between scenes of urban chaos, Rinslick streets, flickering neon signs, and shadowed alleyways, conveying a sense of urgency and danger. Text overlays flash with an almost staccato rhythm. Betrayal, power, revenge. Each word hits hard, timed with dramatic sound effects like metallic clangs, car screeches, and the echo of a slammed door. The viewer is drawn into the unpredictability of Landman's world, sensing that every decision has explosive consequences. Faceless glimpses of key characters appear, hands gripping phones, someone pausing in a hallway as if eavesdropping. Another silhouette, slipping through a dimly lit corridor. None are fully visible, keeping the tension high and the mystery intact. A slow, suspenseful close-up of Landman's silhouette appears next. He reaches toward a table, pausing over documents and a small, unmarked envelope. The camera lingers just long enough to create anticipation. What decision is he about to make, and what impact will it have? Text overlays underscore the stakes. One choice can change everything. The music swells, blending deep orchestral tones with sharp, percussive hits, giving the sense that a storm is building both literally and figuratively. The section ends with a sudden visual flash. A lightning strike illuminates the city skyline, briefly revealing multiple faceless figures watching from different rooftops. The screen cuts to black instantly, leaving viewers with a pulse-quickening cliffhanger, the sense that Landman is surrounded by enemies, allies, and secrets, all converging at once. The screen opens on a stormy city skyline. Rain lashes against windows, reflecting neon lights in puddles on the streets below. The camera pans slowly, creating a tense cinematic feeling as though the city itself is holding its breath. The sound of distant thunder rumbles, echoing the tension building in the story. Quick flashes of faceless figures dominate the screen, hands gripping envelopes, briefcases being slammed, and silhouettes pausing at doorways. Each frame is brief but intentional. It's emphasizing the critical choices and secrets that drive the season. Text overlays punctuate the visuals. Everything is at stake. Each word lingers for a heartbeat, mirroring the rising tension. Music swells with sharp rhythmic beats and low orchestral tones, heightening the sense of urgency and danger. A montage follows. A hand reaches for a phone. A shadowy figure retreats into an alley. A briefcase opens to reveal confidential documents. And Landman stands on a rooftop, his silhouette framed against flashing city lights. Every clip reinforces the precarious balance of power and the chaos swirling around him. The camera then focuses on a symbolic visual, chessboard mid-game. Pieces scattered, some knocked over, others poised for decisive moves. Text overlays flash. Every move has consequences.